Here's an installation guide on how to install the Progetto Evo Urinal. For the height of the urinal lip, please refer to the council regulations on this. You need to measure from the lip down to the floor, and then from the lip to where the mounting points are, and calculate accordingly. Set your pipes up in the wall, the inlet and the outlet. Ensure that they are the correct distances. When you come to the wall lining stage, measure from the finished floor level to the waste pipe and also to the center of the wingback. Once the wall is lined, check the distance on the waste pipe, around about 10 mils in from the wall lining surface. Also double check the sparge pipe so that the hex part is not protruding the finished wall surface. After using thread sealant on the thread, use a 22mm long socket to tighten up the sparge pipe. Measure for the urinal mounts. Get a straight edge, measure from the center of the sparge and bottom of where the mounting blocks will be contacting, and measure from the center of the sparge pipe 35mm down on the finished wall surface. Use a level to draw a line for the mounting blocks. Measure from the center of the sparge pipe hole to the middle of the block. Note the measurement and mark the measurement on the wall. Use the supplied screws and mounting blocks and secure them to the wall. The kit also comes with these angle brackets, but we suggest to use the mounting blocks due to the fact that it's easier and more reliable to push the urinal directly onto the mounting block to avoid the stress on the waste and the sparge pipe. So here we have the components for the rear of the urinal. We have number 5, which is the key seal. We have number 4, which is the threaded adapter. 4A, which is the seal for the threaded adapter, and number 3, which is the brass threaded housing, and then of course we've got the bolt set for that, and then we have number 2, which is the rubber gasket. So they are assembled as follows. The rubber gasket goes up against the urinal. Use a 14mm socket, small extension and ratchet to tighten up the retaining bolts of the brass threaded housing. Once the brass threaded housing is nice and tight, double check it to make sure it's central to the hole, and then insert the rubber gasket for the threaded adapter. Make sure it's correctly seated, and then wind in the threaded adapter. It's firm, good firm and tight. Then install the key seal on the threaded adapter, and that's the waste side of the urinal completed. When installing the inlet grommet, lubricate it with soap and then carefully insert it into the inlet hole. The small end first. Note at this point there will need to be at least a 45 diameter hole in the wall lining to take this end of the grommet. Add some soap to the key seal and to the rubber grommet. Now the urinal is ready to be installed on the wall. Add some soap to the sparge pipe and the inside of the waste pipe. Carefully place the urinal on the sparge pipe. And then on the waste. Push it straight in and the holes should line up and hang on the blocks.